Hey, what's going on, fellas? What's up, Tony? What's going on, everybody? Yo, yo, Tony. Congrats to Big Blue today. That's a nice win. Anytime you can get a. That's too funny. That's too funny. I think I got to go into witness protection after tonight. So, unless Illinois pulls a rabbit out of a hat, unless they know something that I don't know. I might have to go into hiding after this one. What's going on, Josh? How's it hanging, man? Welcome back. Yeah, any win in the Big Ten is a good win. But what's happening to Illinois right now is not something that I can say on camera. So what's going on, Ken? Ken in the house tonight. What's going on, Ken? Darren. Darren in the house. Man, all the call your shot sports breaks MVPs, the all-stars. They're filing in. What's going on, Jean Ree? Yeah, after last week, the the slobber knocker that the Bears took, and then what's happening to the Illini tonight, I don't know. You guys will have to check in on me tomorrow. Somebody will send me a message. Let me ask me how I'm doing. We got the Bears are playing the Cowboys, so hopefully a better result. Tony's Lions got the best of us last week. What's going on, everybody? John Ree in the house. I love it. All right, guys, we're up to 9 people. We're gonna fire this thing up. As always, welcome back to Call Your Shot Sports Breaks Memorabilia. My name is Bart. We got several newbies this week, so we got a lot of the mainstay guys. We got the all stars when it comes to the weekly break, but we got several new guys that are jumping in for the first time. So if you're a newbie, welcome aboard. I try to send some messages out tonight, just welcoming people. Hopefully, you enjoy your time here tonight. Don't be shy to jump into the chat. A lot of the guys that are in the chat right now are our weekly guys. I'll call them the all stars of the break room. So, oh, nice, Josh, watching from the poker room. Okay, well, Josh, I hope some pocket rockets are in your future here, soon to be. So, hoping for steady hands and chips in your direction, my man. No, that's for sure. That's for sure, Tony. I hear that. So the Lions were on it last week, man. They were holding there was no holds barred last week. So all right, like I said, guys, for all the guys that are returning, welcome back. We're happy to have you back. For the newbies, we're happy to have you guys as well. Hopefully, you enjoy yourself tonight. Don't be afraid to jump in the chat and jump into the conversation that we're having. That's the part that I enjoy the most. Is just the banter that we have on a weekly basis. We only get maybe 40 or 45 minutes to do it, but it's been enjoyable. The last 2 weeks has been arguably the best 2 weeks that I can remember, and the most enjoyable for me. We're going to dive in here tonight. We got 5 items. For the guys that are returning, you guys know it. We're doing a very similar break to last week, but instead of the 8x10 photo, we are going to do the mini helmet for the first time, which is exciting that all the listings went through this week and everything looks good. So for football, we're going to do the black bag edition for football for the jersey. We're also going to dive in for the first time on this mini helmet. We did have quite a bit of excitement for the mini helmet. Football did really well this week, so we're going to bring it back next week. We're going to keep riding it out. Of course, there's some really good possibilities here. I'm hoping for a pretty solid hit here for somebody. So that's exciting. We're going to run back the basketball. Basketball did well again. Last week, if you were here, remember we got a T-Mac, Tracy McGrady, rookie card for the Toronto Raptors, and it was signed in purple ink, which is really exciting to see. And I'm excited to see what's going to come out of box two. I got several more boxes of this, so that's exciting. I did decide to sub this guy out for next week, just to give it a little bit of variation, and then maybe after that, I don't know, we might do four sports. But I got one last Hit Parade hockey puck, so that is in for next week. I know some of you guys have already seen the listing. Some people have already jumped in. So I got one last one. So I'm hoping for some last box mojo out of this hockey puck. I don't have any other hockey pucks after this. I got some hockey jerseys, so I'm going to try to mix that in. I know Darren threw out the suggestion of four sports, so I might try it and see how it goes. We haven't sold out in a couple weeks, but that's okay. I think I might try it after that. Maybe I'll do four sports where I'll do like the basketball. I'll keep going with the football and baseball since people seem to like it. And then maybe I'll drop in the football jersey there, or not football jersey, but the hockey jersey as well. Yeah, Tony, I appreciate that. So maybe the best thing for me right now is to have this break. So Tony, I appreciate it. I know what you're trying to tell me, and I appreciate it more than you would think. So I'm not going to look at a TV. I'm not going to look at the updates that are probably buzzing on my phone. Uh, as I as I said, my Illini are in a tough spot right now here tonight. So Tony, I appreciate that. I'm gonna try to focus on the break tonight, and we'll see where the Illini end up at the end of it. We did have some unsold spots, so I'm gonna throw that in the chat right now just so everybody can see it. I do appreciate that. Yeah, it's time for the wings. Yeah, silence that stuff. I'm with you, Tony. Good vibes only. I think that's the only thing I can do. So, all right, Darren's not making dinner tonight. That's exciting. I know Darren's a big family guy, so if we got Darren's full attention, I imagine that we'll get the best of him from all the predictions and things. You know, Darren has good contributions when it comes to the autographs and things, so that's exciting. But if you guys look at the chat right now, you'll see that there were some unsolds for what we had. In terms of football, there was just the Tennessee Titans. For basketball, we had the Nets, the Pelicans, the Kings, the Raptors, and the Wizards. And baseball was just the Rockies. Leftover spaghetti. I have a feeling, Darren, that your leftover spaghetti is pretty good. I've just got a feeling. You strike me as the guy that's just probably a really good cook chef for the family. So your leftover spaghetti is probably like artisan spaghetti with like self-made sauce and things like that. You know, I'm cooking out of a pan with sauce that comes out of a jar, and I'm sure you're probably making like your own sauce and everything. So I have a feeling that that's pretty good. All right, guys, in case you guys are curious about the unsolds for any of the breaks, right? That if we hit a team that went unsold, obviously I am not going to keep that item. What I'll do is I'll randomize everybody's name. I know we got some newbies, like I said, so I kind of want to explain to make sure that everybody knows the rules before we begin, so that way everything is fun and nothing comes back unenjoyable. So in the case that a team that went unsold hits, then what we'll do is we'll randomize everybody's name that was in that break. So for example, for football, right? Let's say that a Tennessee Titans jersey comes out of this black bag. Then what we'll do is we'll randomize everybody's name that was in football. And of course, for every team that you bought, let's say you bought 3 teams, you will have 3 names, 3 of your name that will go into it, or 3 entries into the randomization. And whoever's on top of the randomization at the end of it, what we'll do is randomize everybody's name online. Whoever's on the top of the randomization, we'll walk away with the jersey. Of course, I don't want to keep it. You guys spent money to jump in, so I want to make sure that it's fair to everybody. And I think it's the fairest way to do it, that if you bought multiple spots, that we reward those people that bought multiple teams. That being said, guys, enough of me talking. I imagine my Illini are probably not in good shape, so me just jumping into the break is probably the best thing. Jean-Rie, you doing smoke ribs tonight? Jean-Rie, we should have done the break from Jean-Rie's house. I would have drove down. I would have brought all the items. If we had enough smoke ribs for everybody, that would be the way to do it. Jean-Rie, did you smoke it yourself? Or did you buy out? We should have done this from Jean-Rie's house. This would have been the move. All right, Jean-Rie, next time you got smoke ribs, let us know. I'll drive out. I'll bring the items. We'll do it from your place. All right, guys, we're going to start with football like we normally do. Quick trip around the bag. Friendly reminder, as always, because like I said, we got some new people this week. Friendly reminder that eBay does require that I mark all items as shipped, regardless of whether or not your team hits. If you do see on eBay that you see a tracking number, that tracking number is confirmation that your team hit and that you'll be receiving the item. So just keep that in mind. If your team doesn't hit, I still have to mark the item as shipped. And that tracking number is going to be the evidence that it's coming your way. If you don't see a tracking number, but you see that it's shipped, Again, that's kind of what eBay requires. I know the breaks are more fun when your team hits, but stick with it. Truly and foremost, I can tell you that some of the guys that have been here and have stuck around, that if you don't hit this week, I know it's more fun if you do, but stick with it. It's a numbers game, and you might not hit this week, but you might hit big next week. All right, guys. So I kind of walked you on a quick trip around the bag there. I like to offer some transparency in terms of the items themselves, as the returning guys will maybe hopefully verify for me, is that I try to be as transparent as possible. Of course, a funny thing that happened probably on like week 8 was I said that and then the video cut out. Since then, I've switched like internet providers, so hopefully that doesn't happen tonight. It hasn't happened in several weeks, so I imagine that problem hopefully is fixed. I haven't experienced that, so knock on wood. But we're gonna dive in. So we're gonna get it. Oh, appreciate that, Tony. Oh, smoke ribs for tomorrow's game. Dang. Okay. So what you're telling me, Jean-Rie, is that I should head over tomorrow morning. We're gonna be watching the game from your house. Got it, Jean-Rie. All right, you send me the details. I'll be over tomorrow. I'll bring whatever you need, whatever sides you need that complement the smoke wings or the smoke ribs. Sorry, I'll be there and I'll have it. All right, guys, we'll get after it. Enough of me blabbing. So we'll get after it here. So how about for the black bag football edition for the jersey? Good luck to all teams. Here we go. Good luck to all teams. How about a nice hit out of here? We've had some decent hits in the past. How about we get a big one here tonight? All right. I see some familiar colors. Ooh. It's been a while since we've hit this one. So, all right, I've got a Diggs. I think I know where this is going. I can see the dark blue. I can see the silver. I can see the white. I don't know what to think about this since my Chicago Bears are playing them this weekend. But this is Trevon Diggs. I believe this is a Cowboys hit. Beautiful autograph. Is only beautiful as long as the Bears win tomorrow. If the Bears don't win tomorrow, then it's just an okay autograph. But if the Bears win, then that is a beautiful autograph. Of course, it is Beckett certified. So Beckett cert here, guys. This is going WZ56804. WZ56804. Yeah, make some good slaw. I'm with that. Yeah, I think some smoked ribs with some slaw. I mean, that is a perfect meal for watching football and watching your fantasy team do work. So I know we got lots of fantasy guys in here now. That's been so enjoyable, guys. Honestly, the week-to-week conversation that we've been having in the group chat. For those of you guys that are brand new, we do have like a fantasy football league going for the break room. If that's something you're ever interested in, again, we're kind of closed out for this season, but we might do it for basketball. We might do it for hockey. I don't know. Like we might do something. So if you're interested, if you go into the video description, you'll see that there's a link there for our Facebook group. If you're not on Facebook, no worries. But if you want to, obviously it's free of charge, and it's just kind of a fun thing. But otherwise, this Diggs right here, this one's going to the Cowboys. So then Cowboys for tonight is going to be Mike A. So Mike A walking away with this one. So Diggs. Normally I would look it up, but I know this one's going Cowboys just by color and name. So this one's going to Mike A. Congrats, Mike A. Mike A, one of our weekly guys. Sometimes in the chat, sometimes not. But Mike A, if you're watching this after the fact or if you're here, congrats, sir. Got a nice autograph there. Like I said, it'd be a beautiful autograph if the Bears win tomorrow, and just an okay autograph if the Cowboys end up. No, I'm just kidding. That is a beautiful autograph. On the grand scheme of things, that's a beautiful one. And of course, here on the Beckett cert. So congrats, Mike A. All right, Diggs for the Cowboys. Appreciate the positivity, guys. I love it. All right, let's get after it. For the first time, we got this mini helmet. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm kind of excited about the mini helmet. Obviously, I've been in many breaks before, and I own several mini helmets. I've got some really nice Chicago Bears. I've got some other teams as well. But I'm excited about the checklist. I'm hoping that we start this guy off with a bang for somebody here. There are some really nice headliners. All the teams are represented. So I know people were excited about it. Let's get after it. So let's do it. Hey, what's going on, Rubens? So Rubens collects. Hey, Mike's in the house. Hey, Mike A. You're welcome, my man. Welcome back. Mike A in the house. We also got Ruben. So Ruben, I think if I'm not mistaken, is a first timer in the break room. So Ruben, welcome aboard, man. Thanks for jumping in the chat. I appreciate that. That makes it fun. That keeps it fun for me. So don't be shy. I love that. Welcome aboard. All right, guys. I'll take you on a quick trip around the box itself. It is a GoldRush product. So as we know, GoldRush has that secondary seal. So then on a quick trip around the box, you'll notice that it has that secondary seal on both the bottom and the top. And of course, just taking a peek at it, it looks like everything's in good order. How about the top here real quick? So top, again, everything looks in good order. So what we'll do is we'll slice it on the sides, and then we'll break that secondary seal, reveal the mini helmet. I'm excited about it, guys. I'm hoping a nice hit here for somebody. We do got quite a few more, and people seem excited about it. So we'll probably keep rocking it and give it a go and see what it looks like. All right. Good luck to all teams. Why not? Why not a nice headliner to start it? That would be pretty sweet. We got several guys that are in the fantasy football. So how cool would it be to get somebody on somebody's fantasy football team or possibly on the team that you're interested in? Obviously, that would be awesome as well. But if you got somebody on your fantasy team that's crushing it, that would be pretty sweet. This week I'm playing Justin. Justin's a solid dude, so I'm excited about playing Justin. We got two solid teams facing off. I think both of us are projected to score like 130 points. So Justin, if you're watching, I think I already told you this personally, but I hope you score a lot of points this week, just not more than me. All right. No, he's a good dude. Justin's a solid guy. So, all right, guys, good luck to all teams. We've opened the box. It's cracked open. Let's see what we got. Good luck to everybody. Here we go. Wouldn't you know it? Of course, it had to be the case. All right, guys, here we go. So for the mini helmet on the first round, we've got a Tennessee Titan. So a Tennessee Titan. And of course, this was the one and only team that did not sell this week for football. So that means that it's going to be a randomization. So that's pretty sweet. But let's take a look at it. So then everybody will get into it. But if you can see the autograph right there, you can see that it's a beautiful helmet, right? So in terms of the Riddell hit mini helmet, I'm a sucker for this blue. And then I got like a white Sharpie on there. And this is a nice one, guys. How about Chris Johnson? How about Chris Johnson for a Tennessee Titans hit to start? That's pretty solid. All right, so that's a nice hit. I know that nobody took the Titans, but when it comes to Titans, that's a solid one. If memory serves me correctly, he was a pretty solid running back. Remember, he broke some of those records at the combine for speed. Chris Johnson, a beast. Yeah, so we're gonna randomize this thing. So give me a second to do it. Yeah, Ruben, we're glad to have you, my man. So that's awesome. All right, guys, give me a second to get this squared away. It's going to take me a second just to make sure I got everybody's name and everything like that. But I'm going to show you guys everything that I'm doing. We are going to roll two die to determine how many times that we're going to randomize the list. And like I said, I'll show all of that on screen. Just give me a second to copy and paste everything here. So it's just going to take a moment, but I'm going to walk you guys through it. Again, I want to be as transparent as I possibly can. And that way you guys can see the list. You can see your name appear as many times as teams that you purchased and those kind of things. Yeah, it's a cool looking one, I would say for sure. And for it to be Chris Johnson on the Titans, I would say that's solid, you know. In terms of Titans in recent memory, I would say Chris Johnson is the one that sticks out for me. All right, guys. We'll see how long this takes my computer to do. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to switch you guys over to the dice roller. So I'm going to give it a sec, make sure. I also have this pulled up on my phone just to make sure that it is happening in real time. So right now, you guys probably see a dark screen. You guys will tell me if that's not what you see. The dark screen is just me switching over to the dice roller. What we're going to do is we're going to roll two dice. The two dice is going to tell us how many times that we're going to randomize the list of names. I think that's the fairest way to do it. And of course, everything is on random.org, which as a math teacher, for those of you guys that don't know me, I teach high school math. Random.org is something that I use in my classroom, something that is very reliable and something that is truly random. A lot of things that you do in life are not truly random, but random.org is true to its name. It is truly random. So I can see on my phone that the screen is still dark. So well, bear with me, guys. So yes, it's dark screen. Give it a second. It's coming. I promise. So we can see the dark screen. I appreciate that, Tony. Right now on my phone, I see that it popped up. You guys will let me know. Can you guys see? Can you guys see the dice roller? Sweet. Yeah, it just takes a second. I got a pretty good computer too. I'm not sure why it takes as long as it does, but here we go. Everybody can see it. I got Tony. Tony, you are the man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I know you don't have to do that, but man, you're the man. Even though your Lions crushed my Bears last week, I'll still say that you're a pretty solid dude. All right, guys, I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to roll two virtual dice one time, and that is going to tell us how many times we are randomizing the list for the Chris Johnson helmet, the mini helmet. All right, here we go. So take a look at it. We're going to roll two dice. When I roll two dice here, I got 9. So I'll have you guys take a peek at it there. So again, watching my screen, I can kind of see that it just appeared. You guys will let me know. I see 9. No, yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, good luck to you guys. Now that you guys are not playing us, Tony, you guys do whatever you need to do. So I'll tell you that the NFC North is, man, it's tough. If the Bears are in a different division, maybe different results, but man, two tough games in a row. All right, we're gonna go with 9 guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull you guys off of the roller. I think everybody can sit there for 9, and I'm gonna switch you guys over, and I'm gonna switch you guys over to the list randomizer. It might take another second, so bear with me. Again, I'm trying to do things as transparent as possible, just to make sure that you guys can see everything. So give it a moment there. I can see on my cell phone again. We got another black screen, but that actually worked a lot faster. So I think right now you guys can see the random list. Again, you guys will tell me if you can't. And then if you're wondering the order here, the order is actually just in the order of team names. So it will start at the top with the Arizona Cardinals. I got Ken M. And as I scroll down here, feel free to take a look at your name and make sure that it appears as many times as you need it to. Again, the order here is alphabetical based on team name. So we got Ken M on the top here with the Arizona Cardinals. And on the bottom, I got Jason Z with the Washington Commanders. So there's the list, guys. Again, according to the 2 dice, we are going to roll this guy 9 times. Whoever's name is on the top after 9 rolls is going to walk away with this thing. So let's get after it. You guys can see the list. We've done the 2 dice roll. That's, in my opinion, the fairest way to do it. Here we go, guys. So there's the first random. So then if you take a look at it, again, there are 31 items in the list because one team went unsold. And of course, that is the team that we ended up hitting tonight, of course. Why wouldn't we hit it? After the first roll, we got Josh M on the top there, and I won't do it every single time. But as you can see, there's also like a timestamp. So at any point, if you guys want to go take a look at this, you guys can check it for yourself online. Again, I pride myself in the transparency. I go again. Of course, here I'm going to go a little faster because we got to do this 9 times. There's 2 times. You guys can see it right there. So I'm not going to make this thing longer than it has to be. But again, a lot of guys are new. So there's 3 times. This is 4 times. Let's get to that 9. I'll put a little suspense on 8, but there's 5 times. Okay, here's 6 times. Here's 7 times. Here's 8 times. And of course, it was 9. It can never be something simple like 3 or something like that. All right, guys, if you guys look here, you'll see that it's been randomized 8 times, which means the next roll is going to determine it. So whoever's on top here, whoever is name number 1 at the end of this next roll is the team that's going to walk away with it, or the person that's going to walk away with it. So as I always do, good luck to all teams. Why not? Completely random on random.org. One last time, our 9th and final roll randomization. And of course, this was going to Ruben. So Ruben is walking away with this one. If you take a look at the top of the list here, you will see that Ruben is the top name. So Ruben bringing some first break mojo into the break week this week. So Ruben, congrats. Ruben's taking this one down. No, Tony, Tony, you got to be joking me. Tell me it's not. Tell me it's not getting worse. Tony, please tell me it's not getting worse. But otherwise, congrats to Ruben. I'm not talking about you, Ruben, in terms of getting it worse. It's my Illini. I imagine Tony's telling me that I should not be looking at the screen because it's getting worse and worse and worse. At least that's what I'm interpreting. Tony, I'm truly not looking at the screen, but if you are telling me continually not to, I'm just thinking that it's getting worse and worse. But congrats, Ruben. Ruben takes it down and it's his break. So going back to the screen here. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Tony. Then I know exactly what I'm doing after the break tonight. I'm going straight to sleep. I'm going to turn off all of my electronic devices, and I'm not going to look at a single thing. But Ruben, you're walking away with the Tennessee Titans, the Chris Johnson, on a very nice little mini helmet. So congrats. Some first break mojo coming your way. And I will get these out on Monday morning. So those are the guys that are been around will know that Monday morning is kind of when I shoot things out. So you can expect it probably like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. Traditionally, that's as long as the post office takes to get it done. All right. Yeah. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for all the positivity for Ruben there. Yeah, Ruben, congrats, man. Yeah, that's sweet. That's not a bad hit, especially on a randomization. I would say for quite a while, he was one of the fastest times at the combine for the 40. I think he's still probably top three. I think he's top three in the history of the 40 when it comes to the the combine. All right, we're gonna move on, guys. So we're gonna move past football, and we're gonna move on to basketball. In terms of basketball, I think we had a few unsold as well. So the same thing would happen if we had a team that went unsold. Is we'll randomize everybody in the basketball and kind of go from there. Secretly, I'm hoping it's somebody that bought a spot so that we don't have to randomize it. But if we have to, then we have to. All right, guys. As we always do, a quick little tiny trip around the box just to make sure. Again, it is a GoldRush product. When it comes to the signed and slab basketball, there is a cellophane wrapping followed by a patented secondary seal. So what we'll do is we'll cut off the cellophane wrapping, and then we'll cut open the seal, and we'll reveal the card. But the card itself is actually in like another set of packaging. I figured that out last week, so I'll have to rip open that as well. So I guess there's like three dimensions of transparency here. All right, we had a T-Mac last week. I'm hoping for a nice hit this week for somebody. Again, next week we're going to jump into our last and final hockey puck. That's the last time I'm going to plug that thing in case you are interested. And no more pucks after that for a while at least, unless people want it. So, all right, guys. Good luck to all teams. Basketball did pretty decent. We have some people that are interested in it, especially after the T-Mac from last week. All right. Good luck to all teams. Here goes the cellophane wrapping. So the first level of transparency gone. All right. How about the second level, which is going to be this seal right here? And then, of course, we'll reveal the bag, which we got to open as well. All right. So let's open this thing. We won't slow reveal it since we know that there's more to it from last week. So there goes the secondary seal. Give me a second to open it up, guys. All right. Inside, we have one signed and slabbed basketball card inside of one of these nice little bags. Quick little trip around. Okay, let's get after it. We just opened it up. So good luck to all teams. Why not? Why not another big hit? We had a nice one last week. How about a beauty this week? Good luck to everybody. All right, let's see what we got. Ooh! Oh my. Guys, this product is turning into straight fire in a hurry. Can you guys see this? Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson. Guys, Magic Johnson in purple ink. Guys, it's Gem Mint 10. Guys, this is wow. This is crazy. I'm going to tell you right now. I collect cards and things like this. If I hit this right now, I might be jumping up and down. I might be jumping up and down. All right, guys, this is crazy. All right, Panini Prism, Magic Johnson, Gem Mint 10, PSA, DNA certified, Magic Johnson. Oh, that's okay. That's really sweet. Gem Mint 10. All right, we got to go take a look who's got it. But guys, fellas, my Illini are taking a beating. We needed this tonight. Somebody, it's not going to me, but I got to imagine that the energy is that's okay. That is one of the most solid ones that that I could have imagined. I couldn't have predicted that better than that. All right, let's go to the basketball. Enough waiting for the basketball tonight on the LA Lakers. This is going to Jean Ree. Jean Ree. Jean Ree. Jean Ree. Jean Ree. Not only are you smoking ribs for the game tomorrow, or the games tomorrow, you are smoking red hot when it comes to the basketball break tonight. In terms of numbered, it is numbered 25, like number 25 out of the set, but it's not a numbered card. So yeah, that's a good question. So number 25 out of the Prism set. So the Panini Prism, it is number 25, but it's not a numbered card per se for the, it's just like the number 25 in the set. But guys, fellas, wow. Okay, that's sweet. All right, Magic Johnson going out to Jean Ree and the LA Lakers on the Gem Mint 10 PSA DNA certified. Just wow. Okay, just wow. That's it. I've said enough. I've probably said too much. You're probably rolling your eyes at the screen. You've shut off the audio. You don't want to hear me anymore. I understand. But one last time. Wow. Okay. That's sweet. We've had 2 hits come out of basketball so far. T-Mac and Magic Johnson. Both of them on purple Sharpie. This one's Gem Mint 10. Jean Ree. Congrats, my man. Jean Ree, one of our regular guys. So that's sweet. Dang. That is sick. I agree. Yeah. Dang. Yeah. That's so sick. All right. I don't know. I imagine if you want to talk to Jean Ree, he's right there. You know, I won't put it past him. He does whatever he wants with it. It's his card. But if somebody's interested, you could talk to Jean Ree. But as of right now, this guy is going out to Jean Ree on Monday morning. All right. Let's keep moving. So let's move on to baseball. We've got the black bag, quick trip arounds. Dang, I'm still kind of shell shocked by the Magic Johnson. All right, we're going baseball, black bag edition. We got the baseball jersey, followed by the baseball bat right behind it. Good luck to all teams. Let's get after it. This week has already turned out pretty solid. How about a couple more hits? All right, I think I recognize these colors. I recognize these colors because I think I grew up watching them. Yes, I did. All right, we've got a Castro. And this one is going out to my Chicago Cubs. So this is a Starlin Castro hit. I can tell you that because I grew up watching it. And of course, I know Starlin pretty well. Very nice autograph here on the one. It looks like a silver Sharpie on the blue backgrounds. It is Beckett certified. So here we've got BK. BK 53615. BK 53615. As we've said every week that we've opened them, we can go take a peek at it real quick just to make sure. But like I said, grew up watching it, so I'm pretty confident. Starlin Castro is a nice shortstop for the Cubs. I can tell you that when he first came up, Chicago Cubs, when he first came up, extremely excited about him. I think in his first game, I think he had like a 4-hit game or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. It kind of trailed off a little bit after that, but he was a solid player. Just could never get it right in the field. I think just caused a couple errors, and then the hitting started to deteriorate over time when the league caught up to him. And then, of course, the league probably passed him up a little bit. But still a really nice player. I'd say for the Cubs, I would say that I'd be happy to own that jersey right there because I can tell you there were many times that he saved the game for us. And there are many times that he came through clutch. All right. All right, guys. For baseball this week, Chicago Cubs. This one's going out to Mike A. So Mike A, not only taking the Diggs jersey for the Cowboys, but also taking my Cubbies jersey for Starlin Castro. So Mike A, congrats. Nice Starlin Castro coming your way. Beautiful autograph. Solid player. Like I said, I'd be happy to own that jersey right there. I currently don't own it, so Mike, hey, if you want to work out a trade, you let me know. No pressure, but obviously it's coming your way. Solid one. Castro. Starling Castro there. Yeah, doubling up. I think somebody has referred to Mike in the past as the baseball whisperer. So the baseball whisperer strikes again. Congrats, Mike A. One of our regular guys. That's solid. All right. We've got our last one here. Give me a second to shuffle things around without throwing Magic Johnson around, even though it is slabbed up. So he's going to be in good shape no matter what. Get this baseball bat front and center. Give me a second, guys. So let's push this helmet back up here. Let's get Magic up there, front center. Solid. And we'll go Castro on this side. All right, that works. All right, guys. Last item for the evening. We've got this RSA baseball bat. Of course, we know that nothing really opens up vertically, is entirely based on the sides here. For the new guys, we're always going to open it up on the barrel side because that's where the autograph is. RSA a little bit different than GoldRush. Just a bunch of heavy tape. So take a look. I want to walk you a quick trip around it. Try to not overdo it, but just enough. Of course, everything in order, just the way that I received it. We'll flip it over to the knob side. I will not open up the knob side, but it's just good for transparency for you guys to take a look. So quick trip. When it comes to the baseball bat, for those guys that have been around, we know that the baseball bat is not as easy to say the team of. A lot of times the guys will sign it, but they won't leave an inscription or a team name or anything like that. So we will rely entirely on our understanding of the signatures, which has been kind of nice. Last week we had some really nice guesses for Mike Schmidt, and then ended up being Mickey Tendleton, which was kind of cool to talk about. So I thought that was enjoyable. I don't know if you guys found it as enjoyable as me, but I'm a kind of nerd for that kind of stuff. So we're gonna get after it. And of course, if you know the autograph and I don't, feel free to shout it out in the chat. Otherwise, we're gonna get after it. Yeah, Tony walked away with it last week, which was pretty sweet. So go from there. Yeah. So hopefully another big hit coming somebody's way. Hey, what's going on, Andrew? Andrew back this week. Welcome back, Andrew. Thanks for jumping in the chat. All right, guys. I'm going to open it up. So give me a second to slice up all the sides here because there's quite a bit of heavy tape. And then we'll see what we got. As I slice it classically, good luck to all teams. We know that. Hopefully a big hit here for somebody tonight. Whoever that person is, we're going to find out here in a second. Hopefully a big one, though. All right, guys. I think that will do it. Give me a second to open this guy up. Here we go. Good luck to all teams. Let's see what kind of bat we got this week. Is it black bat with silver Sharpie? All right. It's black bat, which I imagine means silver Sharpie. Don't make me say it, guys. Don't make me say that how I feel about black background with silver Sharpie. All right, let's see what we got. Black bat, silver Sharpie. Ooh. Okay. I'm not sure that we've ever had this one before. I take pride in kind of looking back at the ones that we've done in the past and kind of having a pretty solid memory, but okay, we'll give it a go. Anybody speak the language of baseball bat signatures? I'll give it a little bit of time. Anybody want to take a shot? No, yeah, Andrew, I'm with you. Andrew, I'm not a huge basketball collector myself. Like I probably started collecting basketball as a kid. Like I've got some pretty good Chicago Bulls stuff from like the late 90s, well, like late 90s. No, maybe like early late 90s, like maybe all throughout the 90s, but that is a legacy piece. A signed Magic Johnson card is pretty nasty. But how about this one? Anybody know this? Does that not look like a D for the last name? It will be Tigers. Tony manifesting the energy. I love it. All right, I won't take too long. How about another 10 seconds? Anybody know? Anybody willing to take a shot? It looks like, does that not look like a D there at the end? No guess for Darren. No, I understand. Yeah, this one's tough. Like in the last couple weeks, it was probably a little easier, but if Darren's telling me no guess, then that means that's gotta be tough. That's not bad. Josh with the Ryan Howard. You know what? I don't think that's bad a guess at all. Josh, you might be right. I can see that being an R there. Ray Durham for Ken. I could see that too. Okay. So I'm gonna go with those two guys. Ryan Howard or Ray Durham. I mean, it legitimately could be either one. But of course, we're not going to leave it up to chance. We are going to look it up together. But I imagine one of you two guys, I'm hoping one of you two guys is right. Those are pretty solid guesses right there. Here we go. It's a Beckett 2W3 13524. 2W3 13524. If you want to go take a look at it with me, feel free. I'm going to go look this guy up. Of course, we're not going to leave it to chance. That would not be fair. But those are some solid guesses. Ryan Howard, Ray Durham. Those are solid. Jean Ree looking for Steve Garvey. I know he's out there, Jean Ree. I've seen Garvey come out in breaks that I've been in. So I would say if that's what you're looking for, Jean Ree, I've seen him come out. I don't think this is him, but it doesn't mean he's not out there. So here we go. 2W3. If you're looking it up with me, give me a second. 2W3 13524. Of course, I am on Beckett certification. Kind of looking it up here. Give me a second to satisfy all the commands here so they know at Beckett that I'm not a robot. Even though, like I told you guys many times before, or a few times before, sometimes I feel like I am. Teaching at the high school. All right, get this capture right. Here we go. Ryan Howard. This is Ryan Howard. So this is Josh. I mean, Ray Durham is still a very solid guess. This is Ryan Howard coming out here. And if I am not mistaken, I believe this is Philadelphia Phillies. But I'll double check. Ryan Howard's. I'll double check. Of course, because there's no inscription, it will always go to the team that he played the most games for. So that is the fairest way to do it. In case you care to know how I do this, I go to Pro Baseball Reference and I look up the player. Usually the picture is a giveaway, and I will tell you that Ryan Howard is wearing a Philadelphia Phillies hat. He was drafted by the Philadelphia Phillies in the 5th round. 382 career home runs. He's got a 14.5 WAR, over 1,400 hits, over 5,700 at bats. I would say that over 11, almost 1,200 RBIs. That is a solid career. And when it comes to the career, this is a no doubter. Guys, he didn't play for anybody but the Phillies. He played his entire career, 13 years. He played 1,572 games for the Philadelphia Phillies. Yes, Tony, you are on it all day. You are exactly right. I knew in my head he was Phillies, but I thought in the back end of his career, maybe he played for somebody different. But Philadelphia Phillies. This is going out to Jake. So this one's going out to Jake H. Again, another one of our regular guys. Doesn't seem like he's here tonight. But Jake, if you're watching this after the fact, I will tell you that Jake is going to be pumped about this. I can tell you for a fact because Jake H has told me multiple times after the break that I am allergic to hitting Philadelphia hits. He's told me this. And I think it was 2 weeks ago. You guys were here on our return break after being gone for a couple of weeks that he asked me if I had taken my Benadryl because I am allergic to hitting Philadelphia. And then we ended up hitting a hit for him in football out of the 8x10. But I'm going to tell you this, Jake H, if you are watching this video back, this is a much bigger hit than the hit that you got out of football. This is a Ryan Howard coming your way, arguably one of the better power hitters that came out of Philadelphia in recent memory. Obviously, they have a lot of power hitters right now. Some of them are former Cubs, which I'd rather not say the names out loud, but Ryan Howard going out to Jake H in the Philadelphia Phillies. Jake, that's a solid hit, my man. And of course, I should let you know, I did take some Benadryl before the break. Of course, because I imagine I was having an allergic reaction to the Illini playing so poorly against Indiana. But that one's going out to Philadelphia Phillies and Jake H. A quick little recap, guys, as I like to normally do here at the end. We got Starlin Castro going out to Mike A. Mike A with the Cubs here this week for baseball. So congrats, Mike A. Mike A did end up doubling up. So why not talk about his other hit here at the same time? So he did also end up hitting a Diggs here. Diggs for the Dallas Cowboys. So congrats again, Mike A, on that one as well. We did have a Tennessee Titans hit come out of the mini helmets. This was Chris Johnson. It did go into the randomizer. And then I did go to our first timer in Ruben. So again, Ruben, if you're still here, welcome. Congrats, my man, on the first break mojo. We got Chris Johnson coming your way on a very solid helmet. But when it comes to this break, I will tell you the major hits that we ended up walking away with here today. That John Ree ended up walking away with, not we, but John Ree, one of our weekly guys, is a Magic Johnson signed Gem Mint 10 Prism card. John Ree, I'm going to do everything in my power to pack this thing up as tightly and securely as possible to make sure it gets to you. I hope it doesn't travel anywhere but on a straight line path to your house. That is such a solid hit. If you guys are still here, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you don't mind liking the video, I would greatly appreciate it. In your mind, it might not make a big difference, but in the YouTube algorithm, it might make a small difference, and maybe giving myself a little bit of exposure, the team or the group here a little bit of exposure, so maybe somebody else sees it, maybe jumps in for next week and opens up the group and makes it even more exciting than it already is. So if you guys don't mind doing that, I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, yeah, is a very solid break. As always, thank you guys. The break doesn't happen without you. So I appreciate everybody that jumped in this week, whether you're a first timer or a 25th timer. And special shout out to everybody that bought an extra team to help fill the break. I do appreciate that. We didn't sell out this week, but we got the job done. A lot of guys bought extra teams, and that means a lot to me. All right. I won't keep you too much longer. I am not going to go look at the Illini score because Tony told me not to, and Tony's a wise man, so I'm going to take his advice and probably go straight to bed after this. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to next week. So if you haven't got a chance to look at the auctions, they're up right now. We'll break again next Saturday nights, and I can't wait to see everybody again and get it done. Who knows what's going to come out in the next box, and I'm looking forward to it. All right, guys. All right, Tony, if you're telling me it's getting worse, man, I really got to go to bed after this. All right. I'm not going to keep you guys much longer. If you need anything, don't be afraid to message me. Feel free to join the Facebook group. You can message me there or message me on eBay. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the time with your friends and your family. If I'm playing you in fantasy football, I hope you don't score as many points as I do. But otherwise, I'm looking forward to chatting with everybody in the group and having a good time with it tomorrow. All right, guys, enough of me. Enjoy your time. Enjoy your weekend. See ya.